Hello, and welcome to the Brutal Iron Gym podcast, where our goal is to cut through the BS and deliver the brutal truth about topics related to health and happiness. Today's podcast number 2094, and I'm with Meredith today.
Hello.
Hello. We're doing your contest prep, and we're 12 weeks out.
Yeah, that's a low number.
Yes. So we actually started this already, but then the AC went a little crazy. Yeah. And the first take we did, we were talking about it's actually halfway for you.
Yeah, we both realized that live.
Yes, we realized
and then we missed it.
Previously live.
Because
this live.
The pre-live live.
Yeah, the pre-live live. Yes.
Yeah. I can't believe that we started at 24.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we knew we were starting, like 24 weeks is longer than a normal prep. Yeah. But we were coming from a place of a little bit of inconsistent in the sense of under-eating due to stress and craziness. Yeah. So we wanted to give your body a chance to get used to normalized, consistent calories before we then tried to push it in a direction where we were asking it to make changes.
Yes.
So we had to get your body to a healthy state before we then tried to challenge it in regards to fat loss. Do you think that many people do that?
Like do a pre-work for the prep for the prep?
Yeah, prep for the
prep.
I
do not. I think they say, I'm going to start Monday. I'm never eating X, Y, or Z again. I'm going to be perfect, and it's going to be great. And if I don't do everything perfectly, I'm a failure.
Yeah, that's
so
usually
the answer to that is no.
No. Usually everybody eats like shit. Their body is, at best, some random response. So they're 1 week they're eating well, and then they look at the scale and they're gaining weight, and then they undereat, then they're no sleep, good sleep, bad sleep, high stress, low stress, all over the map. And then all of a sudden, let me start a contest prep. And usually
might not go well.
Yeah, might not go well. And the first couple of weeks will actually be used in the sense of getting your body will take the consistency of the food to create a healthy state first.
Yeah.
Meaning you might lose the first 4 weeks of your diet where you think you would be dieting for weight loss, but the body's actually going to use the food just to become healthy first. So then sometimes people are surprised they don't lose more weight. So they might do an 8-week challenge or a 12-week challenge, but they wonder why it doesn't work too great. It's because the first 4 weeks your body needed the food just to be healthy.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my little side rant.
Yeah, it's the ignorance going into it.
Yeah, and that's I didn't know any of that when I was younger. Fair. So I had to learn it firsthand.
So here we're telling you.
Yes. Yeah. And then we learned it trial and error with ourselves. Then you learn the sciencey stuff, getting certifications and degrees, and then you can do it with clients without having to make all the mistakes. Yes. So make mistakes on ourselves first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this week we are in Chicago.
We are.
Yes. How's that going?
It's going.
Yeah.
It's good.
Good.
It sounds like a trick question.
That was just I'll stop talking and let you talk kind of question.
It's good. How long? We've been here 3 days? I don't even know.
No, 2 and a half-ish.
2.5 days?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's just been really inconvenient with the gym hours being the same as class time.
Yeah, that's tough.
Saturday and Sunday, which is just bewildering a little bit to me.
Yeah.
So that was tough. Not knowing, again, we talked pre-podcast, didn't know what the food was going to be like. Mm-hmm. That's been a challenge here and there. But overall, okay.
What have you been doing with your food? How have you been managing the concept of a prep with inconsistent and unknown food choices?
Yeah, I don't like not having control over it, right? Like a plated dinner sounds fancy. But you have 3 options. And if you don't like anything on it, you're not going to eat it. For the most part.
Yeah.
So, for instance, I wasn't going to eat a pork chop. It was the only thing gluten-free. Can't stand pork. I'm not going to eat it. I'll throw up. Then there was cod. What was it? Cod or something?
Cod with
but it was the size of the palm of my hand. But everything else on the plate is literally everything I can't stand. It was zucchini. Yeah. Can't stand zucchini. Yeah. Eggplant mush. Can't stand eggplant.
Nobody likes mush.
Olives.
Ew.
Can't stand olives. I don't know why any of these things are on the plate at the same time.
Interesting. Yes.
So I ended that very hungry.
Yeah.
And just stayed hungry until we finished homework, and I went to the snack room, and I was beyond thrilled to find Chobani yogurt.
Yeah, shout out Chobani.
Shout out Chobani and Dustin, who works at Chobani.
Yeah.
But they had the non-fat vanilla Greek yogurt, so that was a lot of protein. I had 3. Came back to the room, had 1 more.
Yep. And that was good because it got your protein count where we needed it to be. Yeah. And you didn't exceed your calories. If anything, you were probably under your calories.
Yeah. I did about, 7,000, 8,000 steps?
Yeah.
So and it's still okay.
Yeah, and you send your photos to me of your foods.
My food every time.
And that way you and I can kind of, guesstimate a little bit on the calories. It's a pretty, toot my own horn, but between the two of us, it's going to be a pretty good guesstimation.
Yes.
Given our history of
very
diet.
Much.
Yes. So, but it is nice. We can talk about that, decide, hey, it looks like we might need actually more carbs and fats in this meal, or, hey, protein's a little bit low. Let's see if we can find more protein.
Yeah, tonight was great because tonight was the salmon was amazing.
Yeah.
So I had salmon, avocado, a little bit of mango, some black beans.
That's a good meal. That's healthy. That's all good stuff.
And that was great. And it was clean.
Yeah.
So I showed you the plate, and I said I'm going back for more.
Yeah,
so
I was happy
about that. I got salmon and
that.
avocado, which was great.
Yes.
I needed it.
Yeah, and that's all 12 weeks out. You're not you want to pay attention to macros enough to know if I'm having 50 grams of carbs, I don't want 50 grams of sugar. I don't want just straight sugar because that's not gonna set me up well for the rest of the day. It's not gonna maximize the fat loss utilization post meal. So you want non-sugar based carbs, but whether it's avocado, whether it's rice, whether it's potatoes, who gives a crap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still need to not be a jackass.
Yeah, can't be Oreos, can't be crappy. It could be. It's not going to actually hurt your fat loss, but a lot of times when people break off from quote unquote healthy foods, and then they're like, well, if I'm allowed to have 50 grams of carbs, let me eat this junky stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that sparks cravings for a lot of people. Now, all of a sudden, your body wants this junky stuff all the time, and that's going to be really hard to turn back off.
Yeah.
And then you don't feel good. Your digestion is off, energy's off, hydration's off.
It's not good.
That can impact training.
Yeah, but it was good today. Lunch yesterday I didn't eat a lot yesterday because there wasn't a lot to eat.
Yeah, it's tough. That's why you had those Greek yogurts.
The yogurt was great.
Yeah. How was your food today?
Good. I don't remember what I had.
You had a salad with some chicken for lunch?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right. It was all the veggies.
Yeah.
So it was some kind of green. I thought there was dressing on it. There wasn't. So it was just plain greens and then chicken with tzatziki sauce in little lettuce cups. Yeah. Great. Green beans. Perfect. And then some chickpeas stuff. And a little bit of feta. It was great. It was a very green plate.
Yes, but you like that stuff.
It was delicious. I do. I love it. I went back for seconds of string beans.
Who does
I love
that?
green beans. Yeah. And then somebody saw me only eating a plate of green beans. I was like, no.
Yeah.
This is not what I'm eating. This is not the diet. I went back for seconds.
That's cute.
Yeah. So today was a better food day than yesterday, and we got to the gym.
Yeah. Yeah. How was the gym?
If I can be honest.
I would hope that you would.
Well, my team, we have new teams every day. My team was great. They were super understanding that I said, the gym is closing at 6. I have to get a workout in. It was closed yesterday. Traveled the day before. I could only be off 2 days a week. I can't afford to not go. I have to go. Mm-hmm. And so they were super awesome. And I left and I changed fast, albeit here, sign this waiver. And it was all these little hiccups trying to get there.
Yeah.
But got a good workout in a short little blast, which is why I love having my coach with me.
Yeah.
Because it's, hey, you saw everything I ate today. You can see what machines are open in the gym. You know what we need to work on. What do I do if I only have 25 minutes? That is knowledge that it's a blessing to have. However, the gym closed at 6. And at 5:55, they started playing the cleanup song.
Yeah, a literal kids daycare cleanup song.
The clean up.
Everybody do your
How many
share,
times did that
up.
play? 5 times?
Enough that my brain
blast?
was trying to turn it off. My ears were trying to stop working.
It wasn't even just, okay, it's funny, we're going to play it once. It was on repeat. It was loud.
And the workers were rude.
Yes. And they were so rude.
Yeah.
So I was a little disappointed in that. I was surprised. I've never experienced anything like that in my life.
That was quite a turnoff in like the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it closes at 6. It's 5:55. Like, you know how much you can actually get done in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
A lot.
Like you could easily have done 2 more sets of the thing we were doing.
Easy.
Yeah.
So I was disappointing. So we're going to have to go in the morning so we don't butt up against that again, because I don't want to do that again.
No.
It reminds me of, you know what it reminded me of that I think it got under my skin? In high school, for 4 years, they played the song Rawhide for us to get to homeroom every single morning.
Oh, that'd be frustrating.
And we had to be in our seats by the time the song ended, or we were late.
Such an odd choice of a song.
It was some bullshit of like, get him up, move him out, get him whatever, Rawhide. And just, I don't know why or who thought this was a great idea. Like, I get it, but it was just, I felt like we're, cattle prod then. And I felt like the same thing.
Yeah, I was very frustrated because you and I love fitness, and
it's a release.
Getting able to work out
a release,
and take care of yourself is something that you can do for yourself. It's having access to a gym is a gift in life.
Yes.
Because you get to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So then for people to be condescending and rude, it's like, what are you here for? Like, you're making a space for people to be healthy, but yet you're being rude to them, and it's like you're fighting your own issue. Like, you're working against yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the gym was okay. Other than that, it was a weird experience.
Yeah, I've never had that song played in a gym in my entire life. And
I've never had that played to me as an adult.
Yeah.
So there's also that.
That's good. Yes.
But we'll go in the morning, and that way, get it in, get it done before, it's really hard with school to try and fit it in like after class, because then you have homework and assignments, and there was an event tonight that made it easier to kind of, we all kind of went our separate ways around the same time. But if that wasn't happening, it would have been really tough. I don't think I could have done it.
It would have been hard. Like, we are at a hotel that has a 24/7 gym, so we would have basically just moseyed into that and made do with what we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gym.
Just deadlift some treadmills. Yeah. But
but other than that, I mean, that's now. But this week was interesting. My weight didn't do anything good in my mind.
Yeah, your weight has plateaued from the previous week. So our pattern has been, when we first started, we talked about how normalizing food, you're going to refill glycogen levels, which causes water retention. It makes the muscles look full, gives you good energy for workouts, but it does make your weight go up. So initially our weight went up, and then it's been dropping ever since. So every week you've gotten a drop. We've hit some kind of new weight PR.
Great, yeah.
This week was the first week it didn't, but that's not unexpected in the sense that we made a 300 calorie drop. Your body gave an initial response out of being forced. Basically, it's like, oh crap. The body has to deal with what happened, but then it starts to work against that a little bit. And if the body becomes stressed, it starts to hold increase in water retention. So even though you're losing body fat, you're holding more and more water, so they offset each other and you don't see anything on the scale.
I held a lot of water. Yeah. A lot of water this last week.
Now, how do you know that? Like, if somebody's listening to that and they're wondering how you know.
Well, the scale went up like 2 pounds, and it is physiologically impossible for me to gain 2 pounds of fat.
True.
Like, in 2 days. And just how I felt, like I don't know how to explain it, where you can just, like, if you know what fat feels like under your skin.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's like water.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually feel like where you had fat on your thigh feels like a water balloon.
Yes.
But like not a taut water balloon.
Yeah.
I think is probably the best way to put it.
That's a fun, it's a fun way to put, like, where I see my water retention is actually in my ankles and feet.
And we see mine in my like saddlebag area.
So we experience it a little different. So it's fun to hear a difference in the description.
Yeah, so I could feel that like on my glutes on my saddlebags.
Yeah.
And it's uncomfortable. I'm not uncomfortable, physically uncomfortable, just I'm very aware of it.
Yes, emotionally uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like days of that.
Yes. So then our goal for what do you do in that case is sometimes you just let the body run its course. It puts up a fight. It figures out nothing's going to change. And then it gives up and it reestablishes like a new normal, which causes the weight reduction, the water retention reduction. If that doesn't happen, then you actually have to reduce the stress on the body. Mm-hmm. And that can either be from, this is going to sound crazy, but you would add carbs to the diet. Mm-hmm. And that will help a person's body feel less stressed. They actually drop water weight and lose weight. Yeah. So I do this with powerlifters all the time. And a notable recent story was one of the powerlifters, she was trying to get down to 123. Mm-hmm. We had dieted from 140 down to like 128. She was stuck for a while. I added 100 grams of carbs to her day. She dropped from 128 down to 124 in 3 days. And then we pulled the carbs back out, did a water cut, and she dropped under 123.
Yeah.
So you added 400 calories of carbs, and she lost weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just manipulating water retention and body stress. So if you know why the retention is there, you know how to manipulate it.
Do you want to talk about our exploratory water absorption tactic that we did on the drive?
Yeah, do it. You want to introduce that, or do I have to introduce that?
Well, I was going into a week of class. I was meeting 2/3 new people. I wanted to at least feel okay. I've been working really hard. Yeah. But all of a sudden, this water was creeping in. It wasn't water bloat. It was just the water retention you get from dieting for a show.
Yes, yes.
And I just didn't feel good. I didn't want my clothes to feel tight. And so Rob said, well, you could, eat a bunch of carbs and it'll soak it all up, pull it in your muscles, you'll look really taut. It could stall fat loss. I said, I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I need other alternatives. We need to find the sweet spot because I don't want to stall fat loss, but I also don't want to feel like a water balloon.
Yeah.
Help me help myself.
Yes, pretty much.
And so Rob said, I have an idea.
Yep.
Let's get Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, and that worked out. Like it was a great job of, it didn't overshoot our calories for the day.
Which is wild.
We introduced more carbs than we would have, but the calories were able to stay the same. And then it probably tripled the sodium.
Which is what we wanted.
Yes, which is what we wanted. Because the carbs and the sodium will pull the water from under the skin into the muscles. Now, you need a certain amount of carbs to a certain amount of sodium to a certain amount of water. So there's a little bit of a game of trying to play that game. But we knew that increasing the sodium with an introduction of carbs was going to pull water out to some degree. So, and we were able to do that Friday night. Yeah. And you actually did look noticeably tighter on Saturday morning.
I did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my saddlebags were different. Yeah. But I said, he goes, okay, so would you rather have more fries or chicken? I said, is that a trick question?
Yep, so we loaded on the fries.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, you can have a small fry and chicken. And side note, Chick-fil-A, if you're celiac like me, or even if you decide to be, stay away from gluten, Chick-fil-A is the only fast food restaurant that I know of that I can eat a French fry and not have to go to the hospital. Yeah, basically. So kudos Chick-fil-A. So Rob said, yeah, you can have 2 fries. I said, like, large ones? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I said, 2 large fries. Yep. I have been dieting for 12 weeks, and you're going to have 2 large fries. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Sign me up.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Yeah, so I was super happy for you because number one, I knew that was just going to taste good, so it'd make you feel happy. Yeah, like you were doing the dance eating that people get when they're happy.
Like when I had the mint Oreos.
Yeah, it's like boop, 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 this is great.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. It's like, doesn't feel like I didn't eat anything in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
But what was nice is it gave us that balance between a traditional carb loading would include a excess of calories, which would shut off fat loss. Now, you would do that intentionally because you're actually looking to soak in the water not losing fat and the water at the same time, typically. Mm-hmm. So since we wanted both, we had to find something in the middle.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A is a good middle.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. That was good. Because since I was with you, I got to eat it too, and it's delicious. So, yes. Yeah. But that was fun. It's fun to know the science because then you can start to play little games and find ways to balance making the progress you want while staying somewhat sane in the process.
Yeah, and I mean, someone today, you have a show. When do you stop eating carbs? And I say, I don't.
Yeah, never. And you did get a compliment that you looked leaner from the last time.
A few people.
Yeah, the last time they saw you, which was just...
last month.
Yeah, last month. Yeah, so awesome.
So that was really nice to hear because I can feel it and see it a little bit, but when someone else notices, you're like, okay, I'm on the right track.
Yes.
Making progress.
That was nice. So we got a lot of fun nutrition changes, but managing all that chaos. Mm-hmm. Then how we do that is we always look for protein first. Mm-hmm. Then you kind of fill out the rest of the meal as much as you can to guesstimate your calories. Training is whatever you can. If you can get to a gym, you get to it. If you can't, you just do some bodyweight squats like we did that, was it Green Sally Up or... Flower, yeah, Moby Flower song. Mm. That was horrible, but fantastic. So you do some bodyweight workouts, and that's better than nothing, absolutely better than nothing.
Yeah, anything is better than nothing. Yeah. Anything is better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. So the rest of the week coming up, we're still going to be in Chicago for a while. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to keep managing that as best as we can.
Yeah, trying to go to the gym when we can. Out of all the options of food that I have, eat the best options. Mm-hmm. Make sure I'm eating enough. We talked about, if anything, overeat a little bit so we're not trying to fix the metabolism. We don't have the time to repair metabolism once we get home.
Nope.
There's no time.
We got to get to work, yeah.
So, and when I say overeat, it's like 100 calories, 150 calories. This is not, 1,000.
Yeah, it's like, oh, darn, I ate the 2 extra meals. No.
Oops, I slipped.
Yeah, like you said, if you're guesstimating, you just round up a bit. 100 calories.
Yeah. So we'll just, keep doing the best we can. But as with anything, there's trade-offs. Like I could have said, no, I'm going to go do the XYZ and I'll try and do an extra hard workout tomorrow. And I know I won't be able to eat. And they said, grab a snack and get on the bus to go. And there's no snack. And I'm going to be behind on protein. Like we're at the stage where the show has to come first, if that's a goal. Mm-hmm. So that's always going to be that trade-off,
and that could be something fun we can talk about in a future podcast. In seasons of goals, certain seasons you want to balance quality of life and not burn out, but then other seasons quality of life kind of has to take a second seat, and you got to get the progress, you got to get the results.
Yeah. So
that'll be fun to talk about when that transition happens, and
it's gonna be
our mindset difference in the two different seasons of life.
It's going to be wild because I know what to expect, but I don't.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
New show, new stage of life, new coach.
Yeah, new approach.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm still excited. I know you ask me all the time.
I do always ask.
Yeah. Did you lose any excitement? I said no. I'm fired up. I'm ready to order my suit when I get home.
Yeah, heck yeah. That'll be fun. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to do posing. And that'll be super fun. So we're going to put a mirror down the home gym. And go through some posing practice.
It's going to be a humbling experience.
You'll be...
Wear this floss and stand naked in front of the mirror.
Yes.
And pose.
Yeah.
Unnaturally.
Well, thankfully, we won't be filming the first sessions. But it would be fun to throw some posing videos up closer to the show on YouTube.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Yep. Yeah, so we have a couple workout videos. We try to film usually one a week. Mm-hmm. So you can definitely check out those videos on YouTube if you want to see more of how Meredith trains. Yeah, and then people can follow you on Instagram to see some meal things.
Merwitfit.
Yeah, so MERWITFIT.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, so that'll be great. They can learn more about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Any closing notes on this one?
Ooh. Know your why.
Ooh. Okay. Well, we got to expand a smidge on that because that's a good one. So, what's your why?
Finally, putting myself first.
I love that why.
Putting myself first.
Yeah.
long overdue.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. And when you mentioned about doing it, I was fired up.
You did. You got really excited.
Yes, because I love you very much, and I want you to have every experience you can have in life. And whenever you have like an idea of something that's cool, and there's any way I can contribute, I'm always fired up to do it.
I love it. Mm-hmm. You're a good teammate.
Oh, you're an amazing teammate. So this is the mushy part. Yeah. But it is fun. I'm happy to see you putting yourself first and taking care of yourself and living life that's closer to what you want.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Than what it's been.
Thank you.
No. Awesome. Okay. So that's everything. And like we said, if you want to learn more about the process, learn anything from us, we do have other content on Instagram and YouTube. So you can find us and follow us under the name Brutal Iron Gym. If you have any questions or if you ever want to reach out, you can reach out on the website, www.brutalirongym.com. There's a Contact Us page, so you can use that to contact us. And then we also have our services, free nutrition information, including a document that will teach you how to write your own nutrition program. We have training programs on there as well. So there's a lot of good stuff on the website if you want to check that out. And then if you like the podcast, please share it. The more people share it with, the more people can help. I think that's everything.
I think that's it.
There you go.
Good job.
Yes.
Thank you.
So as always, I hope this was helpful, and thank you for listening.